Well, good day. I'm Reverend Garrett Bugg here at Wycliffe Presbyterian Church, and I welcome Reverend Bill Austin, who, as many of you know, from teaching Sunday school, the Forum Sunday School class, which continues to meet even in this time of quarantine online on Zoom.
Right, Zoom is good.
And in addition to that, you may also remember Reverend Austin was down at Virginia Beach Christian Church for many years.
36 and a half.
I was going to say it was close to 40, so 36 and a half. And he also
was just a child when I was
just a child. Yes, and as he grew, he also worked with the Tidewater Pastoral Counseling and continues in part-time practice there, doing counseling with folks. And so we welcome you today. I invited you to come and talk with us a little bit about some of the feelings that we might be experiencing in this time. And I can certainly speak to the feelings that are happening in my house right now, but I think that in a more general way, you might call them the big A's. Anxiety and anger seem to take the day.
That's right.
In a situation like we find ourselves in. So.
Well, I found one way to deal with anxiety that I found very useful, not only for my clients, but for me.
Mm-hmm.
When I get anxious or even in the grief group, when I was doing the grief group, when people couldn't sleep at night, they could do this exercise.
Mm-hmm.
Or anger, they could do the exercise. It's called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know.
I'm not sure I know it, but I'm
But
interested
you're
to
gonna
learn. That's right. I'm
You'll
gonna
know
hear it
when I
anyway.
get through. Well, I went to get my physical one time, and there had been a car wreck, so we were all late getting to the doctor. And the doctor, he was a neat guy. He said, "Bill, I know that your blood pressure is way up right now, but I know you have that stress of getting here, and I know you don't like to be late. So I'll give you 5 minutes," and I did this little exercise. And it was a short amount of time, and when it came back, my blood pressure had really dropped.
Wow.
So I know it works,
Yeah.
So when you're anxious, you're breathing more up here. Like people at a visitation, a funeral visitation, there's short sentences, just not long sentences. They're breathing up here. So you want to change your breathing to down on your abdomen. And so I like to share that, I'm breathing in peace, and I'm exhaling or blowing out worry. I'm breathing in the Holy Spirit, and I'm breathing out worry. You just keep changing your breathing with your abdomen. Keep your hand on your stomach and breathe that way. And my son, who's a guidance counselor in elementary school, was teaching the children how to deal with anger.
Mm-hmm.
And they had this incident in the classroom, and the kids said, "Breathe! Everybody breathe!" So, breathing with your stomach can kind of relax you and calm your spirit. And talk to yourself, give yourself affirmations. And one of the affirmations I really like comes from the Old Testament. When Elijah was surrounded by an army, he said, "The power with us is greater than what we're facing." And he prayed that his servant could see the God's presence. And that was a beautiful prayer, that my eyes would be open and I would see God's hand working in this situation. Well, the exercise is I go to my favorite place in my mind while I'm doing the breathing. And I grew up in Tennessee. We used to go to Smoky Mountains.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I didn't get too close to the edge because I don't like heights. But it's absolutely beautiful. So you see 5 things. I see the cloud breaking into the mountains. I see a mountain stream working its way down into the valley. I see an eagle flying across the sky. And, you come up with 5 things. And you could do the beach, or you could do whatever. Some people can do it in a room. And then I see 5 things. I hear 5 things. I hear the eagle squawking. I hear the water going over the rocks and how peaceful that sounds. Or I hear a waterfall. I hear the wind blowing among the trees. And then I do 5 I feel 5 things. I feel the sun. I feel the vastness out here, this beauty of God's creation. I feel the wind blowing. And then you do 4, see, feel, and hear, and you can repeat, and then you do 3. And by the time you do 3, you don't need to do the rest of it because it's like self-hypnosis.
Right.
It just calms your spirit. So it's something you can do for yourself, without having, you can take a pill or something, but I think this kind of learn to soothe yourself and watch your thoughts and give yourself a strong affirmation, empower yourself, that you're not a victim to this. You're going to use this and you have more, you may not have control, but God does, and there's certain things you can control. So I think those are...
Yes, that's